Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on Food Chain TV. Do I have a special recipe for you today? These are my Italian mushrooms with fresh mozzarella and red wine. Oh my god, check these out. Look at this. Look at this. Alright guys, let's get right into this recipe. Here are all the basic ingredients that we're gonna need. I have a whole bowl of brown mushrooms. I cut these in half. We have another whole bowl of beautiful little cherry tomatoes. These are the multicolored ones that you can get from Costco that come in like all sorts of colors. Here we have some orange peppers. We have some red peppers. We have some yellow peppers and a nice small dice. And we have a red onion. Over here we have about 5 or 6 cloves of minced garlic. And last but not least, because this is an Italian recipe, we have a whole log of fresh mozzarella. So what I'm going to do here is just break it up into little small chunks. Just like that, see? And here's our nice bowl of hand-torn mozzarella. And check this out. Put a little olive oil on there. Oh my god, look at that. If you love mozzarella, I'm sure you're digging this right now. A little salt. A little fresh cracked black pepper. Look at that. Look at this. And you know what? Let me tell you something. I didn't need to do this. There's no reason to do this. I did it because it makes me happy. It makes me happy to put olive oil, salt, and pepper on fresh mozzarella. There's just something about it. Okay, now, what are we going to need? We are going to need a big, wide pan. The wider, the better. I have my pan on the stove, preheated, medium-high heat. I'm going to start with a little swirl of oil. And yes, this is olive oil. And yes, I'm cooking with olive oil. So for those of you who think this is a travesty or the world's going to end, let me assure you, by the end of this video, you will notice 2 things. The food is delicious, and I'll still be alive. So there. But if you don't want to use that, hey, use avocado oil. Up to you. All right, so first things that go in here are the red onions and the peppers. Okay, onions go through this little phase where at first they turn a little bitter, and then after the bitterness come the sweetness. So I'm just going to get them to the point where they're sweet, and that requires a few minutes of frying. Okay, it's been about 4 minutes, and you can see a little browning starting to happen with the onions. So now we're ready for the rest of the ingredients. So in go the cherry tomatoes and the mushrooms. And the name of the game here is just to get all the juices out of the mushrooms and out of the tomatoes and evaporate at least half of them, so it'll be a nice, soft, moist mixture, but it won't be wet, like it won't be like a soup. And this is not a dish that you really walk away from. You got to stick around, baby it. You got to stir it every few minutes. Keep on top of it so nothing burns. And we're still at medium-high heat. You can see right away that the moisture is starting to come out of the mushrooms. So this is a good thing. And of course, you want to see all this evaporation happening. If you don't see the evaporation happening, either you don't have it hot enough or everything's crammed together in too small of a pan or too small of a pot. So you got to get something with more surface area, and you got to pump up the heat a little bit more. Okay, this is what you're looking for. There shouldn't be any water on the bottom or very little water, and you should be seeing constant evaporation. Alright guys, you want to preheat your oven and get it up to 400 because this is going to go in the oven at some point. Once again guys, this is what we're looking for. Everything's getting soft and glossy and cooked, but we have very little water pooling on the bottom, and we're getting all that water out through the steam. A lot of evaporation happening. This is ideally how it should be going for you if you're following along this recipe. And I'm waiting for a couple of things. I'm waiting for these cherry tomatoes to break down. See? They get nice and mushy really fast. And I'm just waiting for these mushrooms to get glossy and soft. Okay, so we're close. And we're only about, I would say, 7 minutes in to this process. Maybe 10 minutes. Okay, now I'm going to add that garlic. I'm gonna add some fresh ground black pepper. Some Italian seasoning, being thyme, oregano, rosemary, marjoram. A little bit. Very important, salt. Okay? Salt can make or break a dish if you don't have enough, if you have too much. So always make sure, especially cooking with tomatoes, use salt and plenty. Look at this. Oh my God. I bet you can taste this through the screen right now, can't you? Now this is optional, but I'm gonna add a little bit of vino, okay? A little bit of red wine, just a little splash, just like that. I love the flavor of red wine in this dish. And again, I'm gonna try to evaporate at least half of that, so it's not gonna be very wet. If you don't have wine, you can watch my other video on what to use instead of wine. I have a video that I made on wine substitutes. I recommend highly that you watch it. And by the way, guys, this is the first video that I'm making since I hit 100,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for helping me achieve my goal. It's so awesome of you guys to share my videos, do the likes, subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot to me. And now I'm going for a new goal, which is 1 million subscribers. So you guys can help me achieve that goal by continuing to support my channel, by giving my videos a like, commenting below, sharing it with somebody you think might like these videos. It's all much, much appreciated. This is a team effort. I make these videos for you guys, and I really appreciate your support of my channel. Okay, so we got this where we want it. It's a little wet, but you can see it's not that wet. See, there's dry spots here. So I'm going to turn off the fire. Okay, and now comes the best part. I have that oven set at 400, and now I'm going to take all this mozzarella. Okay, and we're going to cover this. Oh my God. And this is going to go straight in the oven just to melt that mozzarella. Another little swirl of olive oil before it goes in the oven. So what happens if you don't have an oven-safe skillet? No worries. You would just take a pie dish like this or some sort of oven-safe dish. You put the mushrooms in here, you put the cheese on it, and then you put this in the oven. The pan I use just happens to be oven-safe, so I use that. Okay, what we're doing here in the oven is just melting that cheese into the mushrooms, into the tomatoes. Oh my God, look at that. Wow, check this out, guys. Oh my God. Now don't forget, oven mitts are your best friends in this scenario. So check this out. We have these beautiful mushrooms, and oh my God. Will you look at this? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Look at this. I just happen to have meatloaf, and this is a perfect example of what can happen here. Oh my God, look at this. I have to work fast. Gotta work fast. Here we go. Look at that. Okay, it's all about laying down that cheese and the mushrooms. Check it out. Somewhere under this gooey, delicious pile of beautiful mozzarella cheese, mushrooms, red wine, cherry tomatoes, garlic, and herbs is a nice piece of meatloaf. And this is just one example. You can put this on anything. Do a little twirl here. How many twirls does it take to get all the cheese? Still going. There we go. 15 twirls. All right. Oh my God, the flavor. So check this out, guys. We end up with the most delicious, decadent dish of mushrooms, cheese, cherry tomatoes, packed with flavor. You can dip hot, crusty bread into here. You can put this on rice, risotto. You can mix it with pasta, roasted potatoes, you name it. Put this on steak. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I'm not tasting the mushrooms right now because I know I'm going to burn my mouth, but you know what? Maybe it's just worth it. I'm just going to do it. Look at that. Perfect little bite. Mushrooms, cheese. Okay, some of that juicy juice. I know some of you hate my chewing, but you're going to have to put up with it because I eat everything that I make. Wow. Guys, you have got to try this recipe. It is amazing. Okay? It only takes probably 20 to 30 minutes to make. It is absolutely delicious. If you like mushrooms, if you like Italian food, if you like fresh, gooey cheese, you have got to try this recipe. And let me know in the comments section what you thought of it. Did you like it? What do you like to add to it? Because I know a lot of you have your own little twists that you like to put on my recipes, and I love it. I love hearing about it. So thank you guys very much once again for your support. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit the little bell icon so that you're notified whenever I make a new video. And don't forget to share this with somebody that loves food as much as you do. All right? So until next time, this is Chef Christian saying I'm going to go eat an entire skillet of these Italian cheesy mushrooms. I will check you guys out on the next video. Buongiorno, as they say. I think that means, does that mean good morning? How do you say goodbye? Arrivederci. I don't know. I'm not Italian, but you get the drift.